Most of the online advice about how to manifest is not tailored for everyone. You've got endless laws, conflicting interpretations, and millions of different techniques floating around. Some will buy into it, some won't. You're listening to this because none of these fully resonate with you, or at least not entirely. Some concepts clash with your logic. Some techniques are unappealing or not motivating enough. You use energy pushing through them, but your mind or body disagrees with what you're trying to do. Does this sound like you? If so, listen on. Let's see what happens when you try too hard to force a change. Continuing down this road doesn't just waste your time, it burns you out completely. If you keep listening to online manifestation experts and force their heavy system, it's likely that you'll remain in the fight with yourself and achieve nothing but blame in the process. When you sit there stressing over a ritual that feels like a task you have to do, your brain panics. It senses the desperation. It notices the anxiety beneath your forced smile, and it goes into lockdown mode. Your mind completely rejects what you're trying to achieve because it links your big goal to the stress of the routine itself. So instead of a goal, your mind focuses on the routine or the dislike of it. So the more you persist, the harder it becomes. You're going against yourself, end up discouraged, give up, then pick up later on, and so on and so on. Maybe never even realizing that it is you. You don't fit into this mold of universal manifestation methods and teachings. So there's got to be an easier way, right? And there is. It's time you rewrite the rules for your own manifestation law and manifest your way. So today, we're breaking the internet's obsession with copy-paste mental routines. We're making your mind work for you, not the other way around. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped to figure out your own way, as well as deal with fears and doubts that creep in. The only rules that matter in your life are the ones you make up. To finally get results, you need to stop copying strangers and figure out how your specific mind naturally gets things done. Literally ignore anyone who says that doing things your way without strict rules or structure is a dangerous try. It is your life, not theirs. Structure's fine if you want it, but you know your foundation and your mind will not reject what it resonates with. Besides, who cares what their arguments are? Your arguments are important, you're important, and your way can be easy, and it is easy to you. No need to work really hard to deserve a reward at the end just because we were conditioned to think this way. Your way is simple because you're not opposing your natural self. You're doing what you like in a way that works for you. Remind yourself that your brain functions best under zero pressure. It's in its most efficient mode then. So you've probably heard of scripting or vision boards, water rituals, 369 methods, and alike. These do not hold magical powers. They're just tools. Useful tools if they spark an interest, if they resonate with you. But if you hate them, stop doing them. The power never belonged to the technique, and no online expert owns your mind. You're the one to call the shots. Now take it a step further. If there was a process or a way of thinking that you deem useful to you and you learned it from manifestation teachings, add it to the mix as well. Let's see some general examples that are tall. Perhaps you like the idea to look for small signs. Great. Every time a rainbow appears, it means that you're the one step closer to getting what you want. If you prefer to analyze what's blocking you to remove the block, sweet. Less internal friction to potentially deal with. You speak your desires to universe before drifting off to sleep and the universe delivers? Even better. It's not all on you. You want to be someone else instantly? Why not? Adopt that identity and jump into that reality right now. No one can tell you that a single one of these choices is wrong to be mixed with your own, or that they can't be tailored to you. Doing it your way works because it removes the pressure. When you use an approach that matches how you naturally think, your brain doesn't fight back. You stop forcing yourself to feel things you don't feel, which makes the whole process safe and natural and familiar to who you already are. So, who are you? What is your round process from the moment you want something until you actually get it? Be whoever you are, feel however you feel, do not go against yourself. If mood swings are normal for you, they won't change what you're trying to accomplish. You can still get what you want despite the temporary change in your thoughts or feelings or behaviors. To uncover what your rules are, you need to analyze yourself a little bit. It's not that complicated, though. It can be done in few steps. While these steps that will be described are not precise, you can use them as a guide. First, you need to look at your past manifestations. Think of the times you were successful, where everything went smooth. You didn't battle yourself internally and you achieved what you wanted to achieve simply because you assumed it will be easy and smooth. You received a refund for an item, got an appointment without waiting weeks for it while others did. Second, your feelings about it. How did you feel before you did those? You probably just assumed these things and moved on, right? If it was smooth and not a hopeful thought to achieve them, it was effortless then, and it was normal for you. There was no friction there. But if you were to desire something different that you're not already used to, then what? Well, this is, let's say, a step 3. This is where you map your relationship with resistance. Do you think of ways it can or can't be achieved? If doubts tell you that your goal is impossible the moment you want it, listen to them. Observe them. What are they telling you? Let them flood in. Let all the counter-arguments come. You don't have to work through them or fight them if you don't want to. Since they're not saying, you could say no. Block. When they come in, you could say to them that they have no power over you. That way you remove the emotional food for those thoughts as you give them no energy of your own. They slowly disappear into the background. And just like that, you go back to doing whatever you were doing before those doubts popped up. Remember that you want what you want for a reason, so don't let these lovely thoughts discourage you. Once the wave of these thoughts has passed, do you still want your desire? Think back to the last time you wanted something that seemed totally impossible. How did you handle it then? It may take a moment or a day or two to recall this, but it is there, and the exact process is inside you. You just have to remember that. That right there, that's the process. That is your own, unique to you, your rules and beliefs and rituals. That is your law. Congratulations. Define what you want, bluntly, honestly. Be as direct or extreme as you like, only you know about it, and apply your personalized methods. At the end of the day, says these are your rules to manifest and you're making them, the system is impossible to fail. If a rule stops working, you simply rewrite it. You're the method. Stop looking outside yourself, trust your previous manifestations, and let your mind do what it was born to do. Or write down your method so you don't forget it. Now go on and manifest your way.